Hey family, good afternoon. So the word God gave me today is that he renews, but he does not take away. Okay? So you can see this in Deuteronomy 29. Okay? He renews the contract with Israel with Moses, through Moses. Okay? And then he does it again with Joshua in chapter 8. And then he renews the contract again in Jeremiah 31, but this time he adds again to it by, adding in Judah. Okay? Because at first the contract was only for Israel. Okay? But then, God says in Jeremiah that Israel keeps breaking the contract. He's like, I keep making this contract with you, but you keep breaking it. So I'm going to give Judah a chance. Okay? Like, I'm going to add Judah in here. I'm going to give them a chance because I keep giving you chances and you keep breaking it. You keep messing up. Right? So that's the only difference in Jeremiah 31, okay? And I say all of this because as we was talking about last week, how Paul in Romans 7 is teaching God's people that we no longer have to follow the law, right? But God has never completely abolished the law. He showed me he might add to it, he may renew it, but he'll never take it away. Okay? But this is what we are being taught. And we already talked about in Deuteronomy 28 that if we no longer follow the law, we'll be cursed. Okay? So even in Matthew 5:17-18, okay, even though I don't believe Jesus is the one, okay, he says that he doesn't come to abolish the law and the prophets, okay. He said he has come to fulfill them, okay. He says, for truly I tell you, until the heavens and earth disappear, not the smallest letter, not the least stroke of the pen will be by any means disappear from the law until everything is accomplished. So according to him, the law will never end until every prophecy has been fulfilled until the ends of the earth and the righteous go back with God. But even then, there will still be a law because God says he followed the law of the Sabbath. He said the law of the Sabbath they've been following that law since before he gave it to man on earth. So with that being said, that tells us that God even has laws in earth. I'm sorry, in heaven, right? And we also know this because the angels got kicked out, right? They had to break a law in order to get kicked out, right? Because if God didn't set a standard, they wouldn't have known what was right and what is wrong, okay? But if you read the book of Enoch, you will know that they knew the difference between right and wrong, and they still chose to do wrong, and this is why they got kicked out. So that lets you know that even in heaven, there will still be a law, okay? So God will never get rid of a law because the law creates structure. God said to Adam in the book of Adam and Eve that he gave him the law not to eat from the tree so that he can know right from wrong, and that when he decided to do wrong, and he received his punishment, he could not say that God didn't tell him, that God didn't warn him. Okay? So God will always give you rules so that you can know why something is right and why something is wrong. Okay? He will never not tell you. When I say God is clear and upfront, he is clear and upfront. He let you know before you even get to something what it is and what it ain't, right? So that when you get to that crossroad, you're like, okay, God told me what it is and what it ain't. Okay? So if I choose to do wrong, it's on me. Right? This is what he said to Adam. He said, I told you what it is and what it wasn't, what it is and what it ain't. So because you chose to still eat from that apple and to follow the devil, that's on you. You can't blame me because I told you. I warned you. And you still chose to listen to him. You still chose to follow him even after everything I've done for you. Right? So this is why God is showing me, okay, that he will never get rid of the law, okay? Because the law holds people accountable, right? If there's no law, he can't, then nobody will be able to be held accountable for their actions. Right? That means people will be just doing whatever they want, okay? And I've been reading this book, the Book of Giants, okay? You see it? Okay, and in this book, he refers to the giants as licentiousness, okay? And so when I looked up that word, it says sexually unrestrained, libertine, lewd, unrestrained by law or general morality, lawless, immoral. Okay? So that's how he described the giants before he destroyed them. They had no law. They was killing and stealing and murdering and just sexually doing whatever with animals, people. Like, they were sexually hurting people and then killing them right out. They was doing all kinds of stuff. To the point it says the earth was crying out to God, right? About what they was doing. And this is why he sent the flood, okay? So God would never take away a law, because if the law is gone, he is showing us this is how we will be time and time again. And we know it's to be true because that's how the children of Cain was. They didn't have no laws. Everything went. Like, even the people that lived there was scared to live there because they was murdering and killing up. Like, they was even scared to go outside, and they lived there. They participated in this stuff, right? They were scared of their own demons, right? That's how they act before God destroyed them. That's how Solomon and Gomorrah act before God destroyed them. They had no laws. Well, they had laws, but their laws was crazy, okay? They laws, like, condone murder and horrible acts, okay? And that's why God destroyed them, okay? He said, do not follow the Egyptians, because that's how they act, okay? He said, the Greeks, that's how they act before God destroyed them, okay? So if you look through history, through the Bible, everybody that acts like this, that don't follow no law, they get destroyed, okay? And so as we can see, United States, they get to that point, okay? So, time is coming. But God would never take away. He only adds, and that